Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a little Raw preview. I'm tired as fuck, so this might not be that good there. But judging by the shit that they're previewing on the website, looks like it's going to be a pretty boring Raw. I don't know there. Charlotte versus Sasha Banks for the women's title. Again, the same match. Again, weren't they setting up Bayley against Charlotte? What was the point of Charlotte burying Bayley at Survivor Series and all of this shit? Another match with Charlotte and Sasha Banks, you know. It's time to move the fuck on there. The fans are getting sick of this crap. You know, they had their match, the big main event at Hell in the Cell, which was a big letdown, full of botches with a bad ending and everything there. It's time to move the fuck on. I get it. They're women, you know. They can wrestle, stuff like this, but you know, it's time to have a different match there. I don't know. It's hard to give a fuck. You have a big match in the cage. Usually in wrestling, the feuds would end after the big cage match. You know, you have a big match in the cage, and now you have a simple match on Raw. How the fuck are people supposed to care? You know what I mean? Here's a big crazy demolition match full of fucking craziness and action. And there's a plain match. Yeah! Holy shit! You know what I mean? Not that their cage match was packed with action, but you know what I'm saying there. It's time to move on. Even Sasha Banks did an interview. She was saying there's not enough women, stuff like that on Raw. And I think with this dumbass brand split, they should just take all the women, stick them all on Raw. You know, the SmackDown women's belt is fucking worthless. Becky Lynch versus Alexa Bliss, who gives a flying fuck, you know what I mean? They should take Nikki Bella, stuff like that. Put her on Raw, have Charlotte against Nikki. Shit like this, you know what I'm saying? 5-6 girls on Raw, it's always the same match. It's like, fuck off, move on. You know what I mean? Is the sun setting on the New Day? It's going to be New Day against Gallows and Anderson for the tag team titles there, I think. Is the sun setting? Well, they're talking about the demolition record right there in the article. They haven't beaten the record yet, so I'm thinking that New Day's gonna retain. That's just me there. They've been talking about this record for 6 fucking months, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, they're gonna lose tonight. They're just before breaking the record. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if they lose New Day, but still, I don't think they're going to lose without breaking the record first there. Who will face Seth Rollins' wrath? Kevin Owens or Jericho? This is something else that's been going on too long there. They had a cage match. They've had other matches there. Just move the fuck on. This shows you with the brand split that there's not enough wrestlers on the same show to have feuds and different matches. They just keep recycling the same bullshit over and over again. I missed 3-4 weeks of Raw here. 3-4 weeks of Raw before Survivor Series. And it's still the same crap going on from 2 months ago. Move the fuck on. Give the people something new, for God's sake. Some of that big cruiserweight action there. Rich Swann is the new #1 contender for the Cruiserweight title. Is this Kendrick's final Raw as the champion? Who cares? Straight up, who the fuck cares? Remember it, like, when this Cruiserweight shit began there, and people were marking the fuck out. I remember making fun of this. You know, people marking out for the guys just because they're being labeled as cruiserweights for like a month. Anybody who was a cruiserweight was an instant superstar in the eyes of fanboys and mongoloids there. What do you think of your big cruiserweight division now? Rich Swann, a generic dancing black guy, boring as fuck, you know what I mean? Going up against Brian Kendrick. How the fuck is this exciting? How is this a big deal there? It's a big fat pile of fucking trash is what it is. Oh, the cruiserweights, who cares? They're cruiserweights, like that's supposed to make you mark out because a person is under a certain weight. You're gonna mark out? Give me a fucking break, you know? They should just treat the belt like a regular title or something. Put the belt on Bo Dallas. Somebody with a bit of charisma that can have fun with the belt, you know? This whole thing of, oh, they're cruiserweights, they have purple ropes. They're gonna have their own show with a shitty name and everything there. This is just a big waste of fucking time. This is as nerdy as it fucking gets. They put the belt on TJ Perkins, a super duper fucking nerdy motherfucker. The biggest nerd on the fucking planet. They put the belt on him for some reason. Just a fucking jobber in TNA that nobody cares about. They try to make this guy look like a star. Can't talk, has the fucking personality of a fucking dead piece of wood on the fucking floor. You know what I mean? Zero charisma. Then they put the belt on Brian Kendrick. Oh, he's an old man. It's the last leg of his career. Shit like this. How are you supposed to take this crap seriously? Oh, it's an old man there. He's on life support there. This is your champ. His finishing move is a fucking headlock. Fuck off, man. And he's fighting Rich Swann, you know. When they said cruiserweights, did you guys think that Rey Mysterio was coming back? Shit like this? Did you think it was gonna be fucking Dean Malenko and Eddie Guerrero quality matches and stuff like that? Just because they call it cruiserweights, that doesn't mean fuck all. It's just a bunch of little bums and jobbers that nobody fucking cares about. Fuck this dumbass shit. Oh, they're exclusive to Raw. Yet they're gonna have a different show, so they're not even gonna be exclusive to Raw. They should just end this stupid cruiserweight nonsense. Just treat the belt as a regular belt. Have guys like Bo Dallas fighting for the belt, shit like this, you know. Neville, guys like that, guys that people care about a little bit, you know. Instead of bringing 100-pound guys from the indies with zero charisma. They're cruiserweights. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? They should just treat it as a regular fucking belt there and take all the divas from SmackDown and bring those back on Raw. Have the divas exclusive to Raw. You can have a bigger division, stuff like this. So you don't always have the same match. And if you label guys as cruiserweights all the time, then they won't be able to be big stars down the line. Not that they should be big stars. They're a bunch of fucking jobbers. So Enzo Amore was naked last week And now Rusev wants to fight Big Cass. I don't know what the fuck happened last week. I didn't watch it there. Don't give a fuck what happens between Rusev and Big Cass. But say what? Enzo was naked last week. I saw a picture there, him naked. Like they're blurring out the testicles. Obviously, he probably wasn't fully naked there. But we're told that this is a PG fucking product. We're not allowed to demand to see good shit. We're not allowed to have bra and panty matches. How dare you dare want to see women with hot bodies showing their bodies? You're a sick man for asking for this. But it's okay to have naked men. Who the fuck is writing the shows over there? Who's the mental case that thinks it's wrong to have women and these girls fucking dress covered up to their fucking neck like this there? A bit more, they're gonna start wearing Muslim clothes. The girls will come out dressed in Muslim outfits like this. But it's okay to have naked men on the show. Fuck you. Fuck off. Man. Looks like it's gonna be a shit Raw, you know what I'm saying? End the brand split because it sucks. It's fucking cheap as hell. It's, you got nothing to work with. Just 3-4 guys that are overexposed and nobody gives a shit. Until next time, peace.